sit a while with me here in the twilight, singing here in the evening breeze. Here tonight I'll be waiting. Come sit a while with me.
Greetings from Hopalong Hollow. This is Jerry. It's a lovely June afternoon, late June afternoon. There isn't too much noise out here right at the moment. Somebody's running a lawnmower somewhere around here, and once in a while a car is going by because they're going home from work, probably up over the mountain. But it's such a lovely day. I'm just sitting here on the porch enjoying the bird song and the peace and quiet of the garden. I'm not really going to go in the garden today, to be honest with you. I'd rather show you a few things that came in the mail, because I got some great packages in the mail this week out of the blue. Very, very much of a surprise. This was from my daughter-in-law, a care package from the wonderful Fortnum and Mason. I've talked about Fortnum and Mason several times in my videos because I've had a lot of their tea in the past. It's a very famous place. If you're ever in London, I imagine this is a place that you would want to visit. These shops are supposedly very wonderful. I've never been there myself in person, but the store itself, Fortnum and Mason, was founded in 1707. And though I've never actually been there myself, I have had many of their products before. So I have often talked about their teas, their jellies, their biscuits, their cookies. And today I have some great things here to show you, because this was sent, as I said, from my daughter-in-law, who has wonderful taste. And she sends me really great gifts. Let's start out with these wonderful tea biscuits. They are sweet buttery biscuits with orange blossom and floral notes. And we have already dug into them, so we've only got one package left. They are very small biscuits, and I think we'll give these a try today with a cup of Fortnum and Mason tea. A Fortnum and Mason Old English Orange Marmalade, made with just 2 ingredients, raw sugar and Seville oranges. I'm going to give this a try in a future video, because I have a video I want to do concerning foxes. This was also inside the package. Little greenhouse. I had no idea what was inside of this, but let's find out. I actually did open it previously, but let's see. This is quite sweet. Very sweet. So inside the greenhouse we have some hand wash, which is lavender, geranium, and petitgrain. Body wash, grapefruit, lavender, and sweet orange. Lavender, geranium, and petitgrain hand cream. And one more. Juniper, sweet orange, and bergamot. I love bergamot. I bet that's the nicest one of all. And here we have this cute little greenhouse, and a packet of wildflower seeds. What a great gift for someone who loves to garden. What a great gift. What fun. And one more thing came in this care package. Teas we have tried in the past: Royal Blend, Classic Earl Grey, and Queen Anne. And you might want to go back and look at some of my tea videos to see those. And the last item in the box is this tea sampler. And it's got several teas that I've not had before, so from Fortnum and Mason. So this is going to be a nice treat. I think today we are going to try the Russian Caravan, but I've never had the Ceylon Orange Pico or the Lapsang Souchong. But we're going to give this one a try today, and we will pour some tea and then have some more show and tell. Normally the ingredients are written on a packet or on the tin with the Fortnum and Mason tea. However, this did not tell you the actual ingredients of this tea. But it's very strong, so I'm thinking there's a lot of black tea in this. It's very good. I love strong tea. And these biscuits are great for dipping because they're very hard biscuits. Dip them in your tea and you get a little hint of lemon. So they're very tasty tea biscuits. Take a look at these beautiful little garden snips. Look at the handles. The way they're engraved with the vine all the way up, ending in a rosebud. Really sweet. These are about 75 years old, and they were made by Klaus, and they were called Garden Club scissors. And these were sent to me by one of my YouTube friends. Thank you very, very much for these. These just came out of the blue. Really nice. James sharpened them up for me very, very well, and I've been snipping yarrow with them this morning. And I just think they're just a lovely, beautiful old garden tool. I found this little atomizer on eBay. And the reason I bought it is because when I was about in my early 20s, I had one exactly like this that I purchased new because I had a lot of terrariums. I was a young woman and I lived in apartments, and the only plants that I had were houseplants and little terrariums. And I remember getting one of these, and I really loved it back then. Who knows what happened to it? Who knows? This could be the original that I had. I don't know. But anyway, I picked it up on eBay for a couple dollars, and these were made in Hong Kong, and it's been quite some time ago, and it still works very, very well, as you can see. Very nice. It's a perfect little atomizer, but I love the look of these because they have that lovely old-time garden feel to them. I just wanted to show you how well the little lavender sprigs are doing that we took from cuttings a couple weeks ago. Put them in the little trays, and they're producing some nice roots here. And in fact, I'm ready to move some of them into these pots here. You know, flowers come and go so quickly in an early summer garden and in a spring garden that you really have to grab them while you can. So I feel like if I don't get a lot of these plants in a vase, I may not really be able to enjoy them much because I may come around the corner in 2 days and the blooms are completely gone already. So here we have some beautiful little bachelor buttons, which that blue is so incredible. These are my dahlias that are fading out, but every day I'm cutting more and more of these. Some of you still have not collected your seed from me, but those of you that did, I certainly hope that you've planted them and that they're going to grow beautifully for you. Here in this vase, we have another crazy country garden in a vase. We have ground roses, little ground roses, baptisia leaves. This is bishop's flower, not bishop's weed, not to be confused with bishop's weed. These are the beautiful little dahlias that are growing, that I sent out seeds for. and they have been blooming and blooming and blooming every single day. I'm picking blooms off that plant. More larkspur. Just another country bouquet. Another thing I wanted to do today is introduce you to a new seed tray that I'm trying out. This seed tray is by Vego, and I have reviewed some other products in the past, and they asked me to review another one, and this is the one that I chose. I chose this because I'm always trying out new seed trays because I want something super sturdy that doesn't have to be replaced, something that could possibly last your entire gardening life, and I think this is it. This is super strong. Now, I love the Charles Dowding trays, but I think this is even stronger than they are. I think you could run over this with a truck and it wouldn't even crack, but it's a great, numerous cells in this tray. It comes in different sizes. I love the fact that if you look inside the cells, I've filled up half of them because there's something else I want to show you. If you look inside the cells, you can see that you've got a nice big opening here in the bottom. It's something I really appreciate because if I want to poke my seedlings out, I can just stick my finger in there and get it out really easily. I noticed that in a lot of seed trays, they're really hard to get them out, or the cells crack, or the plastic is just so cheap and bad. Also, these can be air pruned because you can see the little slices in the side of each cell. This is to help air prune the roots as the seedlings grow, preventing them from wrapping them round and round themselves and getting root bound inside of your tray if you don't have a chance to get them in the ground right away. So all you're going to do is use your traditional potting mix, or not potting mix, your traditional seed starting mix, whatever that may be. In this case, I've used a mixture of the cocoa coir and vermiculite, but compost and vermiculite would work just as well. The tray is actually designed to be stackable. So in the sides here you can see these little holes which hold some legs. If I were to buy those legs, I did not do that. I didn't want to stack them, but you can stack up to 3 or 4 of these trays, one on top of the other, and they are about, I guess, 6 inches apart. I didn't want to do that, but what really drew me to this, aside from the fact that it's very, very sturdy, is this very interesting part right here. Now this is, I guess they call it a pop top. Anyway, as you can see, it's got these little protrusions here. So what you do is you just place this on the top, press down, and what it's going to do is make a little indentation for your seed. Now, you're going to go as deep as the seed. If you have very tiny little seeds, you're not going to push very hard on this. You don't want to make it too deep of an indentation, but if you're planting something like a tomato or a squash seed, something like that, you might want to go all the way. Now, what happens, as you can see, there, each one has its own little indentation now, but you don't have to do anything else except get out your packet of seeds and drop your little seeds in those holes, just like that. Now I've got some safflower seeds. I wanted to show you these because this is a fairly decent sized seed. I'm going to use these for dried flowers. But you take your little seed and you just drop it right in the hole. In it goes, just like that. It's going down as deep as it needs to go. So when your seeds are all planted, take off the top, put it aside. There they are, all neat and tidy and buried, and you just put a little bit over there, or you can just water it in. This is the part I like. Let's say that your seedlings are ready to transplant into your garden. So they're a couple inches tall, and you're ready to pop them out of the trays, and you've got all these 72 cells that you've got to get them out of. Well, here is what I love about this popper. So you take the popper, you line up your cells to the protrusions, and push, and all your little seedlings come popping up out of the tray. is that you're able to release the seedling, you're loosening it from the cell tray, then you'll be able to take it by the stems and the leaves and just pull it right out of the tray pretty easily. Obviously, this would be a lot easier to show you if I actually had seedlings growing in here with the root development and all sort of holding this seed starting mix together. But as it is, we have nothing in here right now but seeds and soil. So if you're interested in trying out these Vego Garden trays, ever so sturdy, like I said, I think they will last an entire gardening lifetime and more. Go to the link below that I've provided you with and put in the code and get a discount on these trays. I'm going to be trying some of their other trays as well, but this one I really think is a winner. That's Vego. Last week's video, I had to cut down the top of a tree, and I was telling you about that. I had to cut down the top of my chaste bush, and I was really pleased, though, about the fact that I had a lot of branches and twigs that I could use to build garden structures on the slope. And then something happened a couple days ago. See this big, beautiful maple tree in our front yard? I've always been worried about this tree because it is right in front of the house. It's about 200 years old, and I'm always afraid it's going to fall on the house. Well, one night it did fall. Not on the house. It fell all over the front yard. Let me show you. Some huge, huge limbs fell off the tree, broke off the tree, hitting another tree, which was a walnut tree in the front, broke some limbs off of that too. So we are left now with this, the remnants of this tree right here in the front yard. It's going to take us a long time, a couple days at least, just to get this processed into different parts, limbs, branches, twigs, but I'm going to try to put all of them to use. So I've been on Pinterest looking for all kinds of great ideas for building things, and I've found quite a bit of information on great little structures that you can put in your garden, and I think they'll be perfect up there on the slope, and that's why I haven't filmed anything else on the slope, because of this. So that's what we'll be doing for the rest of the day, processing this tree into bits and pieces. And hopefully the next time I see you in Hopalong Hollow, I've actually been having a lot of trouble with my movie maker, but the next time I see you, I hope to have this finished and have a lot of projects to show you. So from Hopalong Hollow, this is Sherry, and we will see you next time.